Hello, it's Scott Manley here. I'm playing Star Conflict again. There have been a few changes recently. If I look actually at my messages, I can see up the top, after all these battles I fought, yes, the 7.12 update adds Beacon Hunt, which of course everyone has taken to being Bacon Hunt, hence all the bacon comments in the chat on the left-hand side. They've changed the way squads work. Apparently you don't need licenses or something like that. Anyway, yeah, squads of any size free of charge. I don't know. I'll see what happens there. You can now compare the ships. So the nice thing is you can go in and I've got the Silent Fox. If I look at the Fox M and mouse over it. Now you can hold Control to see all your bonuses. You can press Alt to see your special module and hold Shift and you'll see them side by side. So you can wonder, is it really worth my option? You know, is it worth spending cash on this thing? And you can see I've managed to upgrade to tier 2 at last. I've only played maybe half an hour of this a day, and I did spend like $20 on it on the Steam offer basically. So I got a bunch of cash and some other bits and pieces. And that's been helping. I put most of that cash into a license for 30 days and then went on holiday for a week, thereby wasting my license. What a moron. So yeah, I'm working my way up to tier 2. I spent some time, and if I come out of this, I spent some time unlocking like the Jericho stuff. So if I go in and look, I now have, in theory, I can play all these Jericho ships you can see up here, but I haven't actually flied them because I've been quite happy with the Federation, and to be honest, the higher up you go, the more money that's needed to be spent. So I'm pretty much, I can get the top ships on tier 2, and it's going to cost me all the money I have to pretty much buy any of these. And really, I'm trying to figure out which one. I could get the Alligator, and that would be nice because I would get myself a frigate without having to unlock all the other frigates to get to it. If I want a tier 2 frigate, then I guess I'd have to buy the Raptor Mark M or the Raptor Mark II, and then I could get the Alligator C, and then I could get the Alligator Mark II, but that would be a whole bunch of cash, whereas I can hop straight into this. Downside is that getting this doesn't let me actually skip to the next level when I unlock tier 3. I could get the Hawk M Interceptor, which would be fine, or the Hawk I Interceptor. These both come out of this, and that would be nice. But again, those would kind of force me into interceptors until I spent the money to buy a Fox M. So right now, as boring as it seems, I'm still thinking the Fox M is my obvious next step. Now what I have is the Fox, which is the standard fighter that you get with the Federation, and it has a bonus to command modules, which is nice because I found this very fancy experimental command module that I've been using, and it's been getting me a ridiculous number of assists for a while, although that seems to have fallen off, and I'm not sure if that's due to changes in game mechanics or whatever. The Silent Fox has bonuses to tackling modules, so I've got myself set up for those. But yeah, I'm just going to go in and I've picked up a few things. The Silent Fox actually has railguns on it, which is really the railguns are the Jericho special weapon, but I had a really good railgun I found, so I set up with those. I'm gonna have to edit that out. The Fox, I've set up with plasma guns, which is nice because, of course, there's this nice contract that gives me a bunch of loyalty and cash for how did I not capture any beacons during that last battle? Yeah, I just fought a battle and we caught a bunch of beacons, but apparently I never won. So yeah, dogfighting gets me points. Even though it's the lowest tier ship, I've been using it because it gets me on a lot of assists with its command module. The command module I've got basically gives everyone extra shield boosts within... Well, it says 4 kilometers, but for a while the bonuses were showing up and it was something like 14 kilometer with the bonuses. They may have rebalanced that. There's been, kind of ongoing rebalancing in a lot of places. But yeah, it meant that you know, I was coming out of some battles with like 30 assists because pretty much everybody was getting a buff assist from me. That has abated somewhat since the recent rebalance. It seems to me that a lot fewer people are playing the game now, and it's taking longer to find battles. And I don't know, perhaps this is just a sign that it is going downhill and I should just get out of it. But I do have 14 days left on my bonus license, and I've been quite enjoying it. The improved matchmaking algorithm, on the other hand, that has been mixing up battles a lot. And I'm not sure what's going on, but I've gone into battles and it's been like a tier 1 battle, and I'm here with my tier 2 ships just killing everyone. And similarly, I've gone into battles and found myself in the midst of a whole bunch of tier 3 snipers just tearing everyone off the field. It's kind of disappointing, and as you can see, it takes a really long time to get a battle. It says estimated waiting time 1 minute, maximum wait 5 minutes, and I've come out of this with teams of 5. It does not seem to be working too well. Just look at all the little icons on the left with their little spinny hourglass icons. Yes. Come on. All I have to do is sit here and read all these bacon names. One nation under bacon. The horse and his bacon. Halo Bacon evolved. The bacons are coming, the bacons are coming. Aha. Bacon Raider. How I Met Your Bacon. Bacon Patriot. Intel Bacon Architecture. Harold and Kumar go to Bacon Castle. Bacon Mancer. Breakin' Bacon. There's something about bacon. Willie Bacon and the Bacon Factory. Happy Bacon. Well, I did eventually get a battle, but it was a terribly boring combat reconnaissance where nobody wanted to shoot each other. Instead, I'm going to show you this Bacon Hunt battle, which was far more interesting. Now, the Bacon Hunt battle, or the Beacon Hunt battle really, is basically there's one beacon active. There's 3 different beacons, but only one is active at a time, and everybody basically rushes to the one beacon to take it and hold it so that they can ultimately defeat their enemy. Now, you notice my Silent Fox ship. It has 2 different missiles. One is regular missiles, and the other is a minefield. One of the things I like to do is drop these minefields on the beacons because, of course, that blows up enemy ships. It's nice like that. I'm a nice person. But anyway, because there's only one beacon, it means there's basically one place everyone has to be. You just can't sit back and let your team do strategic things. You pretty much have everybody just fighting over this one thing, and it turns into a giant messy furball with everything blowing up left, right and centre. And yeah, oh my gosh. So yes, just blowing this thing up. I got first blood, I can't believe it. That is incredibly unlikely. So modules I have is, first one's a tackler module that basically slows the target down. The second one is a shield booster to help me replenish my shields, and the third one increases the hardness of my shields. It toughens them up. And so I'm all cloaky right now. Notice I'm flying backwards. I find I do a lot of flying backwards because ships can do that. So I snuck around and Dilly thought he was okay, and then I finally lay the hurt on him. Or at least I would if I could fire straight. Yes! There we go at last. Now you notice we were fighting over Beacon A, but now Beacon B is active, so it doesn't... I don't always notice it right away. But the person to watch is Jed. He actually has the super secret strategy for winning this. What he does is he figures out which one is ready to go active next, and then he basically flies over to it and lurks around that. While everyone's blowing each other up at the other side of the map, he's sitting there, and the moment the beacon changes hands, he captures it. Gets a nice big boost, of course, and then goes on to basically win the game using that. So, it didn't happen in this case, but you see him there, he's in green, so watch him in future ones. I think he might actually be flying to the C beacon, right? So we're all flying over, fighting over B, and when C comes active, he is going to take it. Now, other things to note is the new voice acting. There's a bunch of new voice stuff that comes in. You may not hear it here, but it is terrible. It's really like low quality. There's a lot... There's none of this like voice filtering going on, you know, the crackly radio effect. No, there's just like That's the old stuff, but you'll hear the new stuff happening. Oh, I got a brute force and a killjoy achievement. Not achievement, but a medal for that. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had real medals like that? Hi, we're going to give you a medal for brute force in the army, because that's what we like to celebrate. So yeah, everyone's now flying over there, and of course Jed has already captured it. And we're benefiting from his foresightedness. Yes, I guess you don't hear the new voice acting here. There is some, if you listen around, there's a bunch of new terrible voice acting here and there. And it's not like it's on the new mission, it's on the old missions, right? Like the detonation matches. There's voices basically telling you how many towers are left. And I don't know, it seems like the guy recorded them while asleep. Oh dear, 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 dear. This is kind of fun watching it in retrospect. I don't think I could have talked my way through this. I'm surprised I stayed alive as long as I did. And yes, overheated my guns again. Now he's finished for sure. Not if my guns are overheating, and I'm out of missiles now. I should probably switch over to my... I guess I switch over to the other ship when I die this time. But I don't die because I use my cloak. But I don't let my cloak last particularly long because a target presented itself and I was going in for the kill, as LaRue says. Nice, come on! Get in my sight, you target! Oh, crap. Resistant means that I took a whole bunch of damage and survived. So now the A beacon is active, and oh, look who's over there, but a certain green goon. So now you know the strategy. I've revealed his secrets, but actually everybody knew this, and they just swarm him with, interceptors, and he dies. Didn't work so well in later missions. One of the other things I've noticed is that the amount of money I'm making, amount of credits, seems to have been nerfed quite a bit. I don't know if it's deliberate or if it's just a bug, but it seems that the license isn't giving us the bonus or whatever. I don't know, but it does seem that it is a horrible cash grind to basically get any ships. I'm kind of feeling that myself right now, where I'm getting reasonable reputation, but I'm really running low on cash, and I want to be, advancing, so it feels like they're just tweaking it to make it harder, and I'm not totally surprised that the number of players is dropping. I'm feeling that Star Conflict may not be long for this world at this time. But it is still in beta, so there's a lot of opportunities. Yeah, you can see Jed once again. He's heading over to, I guess it may be A beacon. I'm not sure, but he'll be waiting, or C beacon. So he'll be waiting for it to change hands again. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring out my Fox. Now it's a command ship. That means it gets bonuses to command modules, and in my second slot, that was me just activating it. It's called an Aegis Module, and it basically increases everyone's shield resistances. For a while it was doing it for everyone within like 14 kilometers, but now it's merely 4 kilometers according to the user interface. I'm not sure which is right, but it has some awesome plasma guns that do lots of killing. Oh, no. We're losing people. But just watch. You guys think you're gonna win. They're getting hold of this beacon, but the beacon is gonna switch, and we're gonna have Jed waiting. There it goes, it switches, and guess who is right on it, and it captures right away. This is the strategy, and no doubt they will come up with some way to nerf it, but for now, this is what we do. And you see everybody's over the other side of the map. They're starting to come this way. I just need to keep him out of commission for as long as possible. And it's just kind of hard to hit him. Oh yeah, I'm hitting him. The other thing in the bottom left, not in the bottom left, but on the left side of my modules, you see this F1 and F2. These are weapon mods that you get at tier 2. So you can switch your damage types, and I switch my damage, in theory, between thermal, or EMP and kinetic. And that's useful because it means, you can take the shields down with one thing and then switch to switched to using kinetic on the armor. But yes, it was a victory in the end, and I did okay, but yeah, having a license is nice because you get all this extra loot. Not that that's worth that much anymore either. It seems to me that the loot value has been severely chopped back. Not that happy, to be honest. But anyway, yes, Star Conflict, still playing it, enjoying it quite a bit, but I think after the 30 days, I'm going to reevaluate what goes on. I'm really only playing like half an hour a night, but it's enjoyable and it does get my heart pumping in the way that Eve sometimes does as well, but this is a whole lot easier to jump in and jump out. Anyway, I am Scott Manley. Fly safe.